God has plans to prosper you, give you hope and a future too. So let me remind you of what you have the power to do.
You've been on a journey, trying to find your way. Like the sun, you're rising, 'cause today's your day to unlock every gift inside. Let your potential flow. Don't let anybody kill your vibe. Time to bust up and show. Gotta keep on reaching, keep believing. Act like you know you can win. Live your dreams, reach your goals. Be happy, you can make it. Get motivated with Cassandra. We've got wellness, church by phone. You don't even have to leave your home to be inspired. To rise a little higher with Cassandra. They said you'd never make it, but you're still here. Kept on pushing through all your doubts and fears. Never let a hater see you sweat. Remember who you are. When they go low, let them reap what they sow while you go far. Gotta keep on reaching, keep believing. Baby, shine like a star. You can win, live your dreams, reach your goals. Be happy, you can make it. Get motivated with Cassandra. If you got haters, they gon' hate. Keep your head up and just be great. It's your season, your winning season with Cassandra. Rise up, time to get on your grind. Go after your dreams, no time to fall behind. Push till the end and never give in. It's your winning season, get ready to win. Keep moving forward and never look back. It's time to get motivated with Cassandra Mack. You can win, live your dreams, reach your goals. Be happy, you can make it. Get motivated with Cassandra Mack. We've got wellness, church by phone. You don't even have to leave your home to be inspired. To rise a little higher with Cassandra Mack.
Never help an internet troll or a hater eat off your name. Starve them. Starve them with your silence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you find value here. Let's get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. I know with your support, we can reach that goal. So we're doing something new here called Comment of the Day. If my videos have helped you in any way, let me know in the comment section. If you're a channel member, being a member of one of our clubs, the Insiders Club, Wellness Club, Leaders Circle, how has membership helped you? If you have any of my books or inspirational mugs, hoodies, and t-shirts, which ones do you have and how has it helped? So our comment for today comes from the channel name user EC8JS3NC1P. And they say, Dear Cassandra, just want to send a quick note how much your videos have helped me. Thank you so much. I have been struggling with a crazy, jealous sister-in-law that I believe smeared my name to the in-laws. I believe she feels I'm a threat or something when I do nothing but mind my business. My light just shines. I love what you say about the stars in the sky. There's enough room for us both. I have tried to down my shine so maybe she would lighten up, but no. I bought your book, Rise Above the Haters. It has helped so much to keeping me loving myself and to know you completely understand. Thank you again. Have to get started for work. Love you, Cassandra Mack. You came into my life at the right time. Keep up the great work. So, user EC8JS3NC1P, I want to say thank you. Thank you for getting the book Rise Above the Haters. I'm so glad it has helped you. Don't let anyone dull your shine, including your family, your in-laws. You keep shining that light. You keep pursuing the things that bring you joy. You keep pursuing your goals and dreams, and don't let anybody stop you from shining like the bright light you are. So we're talking about The importance of never helping internet trolls and haters eat off your name. Starve them with your silence. And so, one of the things that I see with a lot of folks when they are dealing with an internet troll in their comment section, when they're dealing with haters in the comment section, particularly for those who have YouTube channels of your own, you have a podcast, and you have someone who comes every few days, or maybe they come every day to the comments to spread negativity, to spit vitriol and venom at you, and you find that you're going back and forth. And when you do that, you are allowing a internet troll to eat off your name, because you are technically feeding them. You are feeding them with your attention. And the more that you go back and forth, other people in the comments are going to want to know what's going on. So they're going to click on that person's profile, and you are actually helping them. You might not look at it, but you're bringing more people to their community. Why would you do that for a troll, for someone that can't stand you? And so you are not required to do that. Walking in love does not mean allowing people to disrespect you. Part of walking in love is doing no harm, right? I'm not here to harm you, but I'm not going to let you come and create mayhem in my life either. I am allowed to protect myself. And so one of the things we do here at Cassandra Mack Ministries, we are very clear that my comment section is not the Wild Wild West. If you don't like it, exit the channel. It's not for you. But when people do come with the sole intention of bringing division, because what we're doing here is we're building community. And so when the team sees that someone is trying to be divisive in the community, someone is just coming with stupidity and toxicity, the comments are deleted. Nobody responds to them. They get no response. Zero, nilch, nothing, nada. They're not even worth your time. And so when you are feeding the trolls, so to speak, by going back and forth, even if it's to clarify something, because there are some people who come to the channel and they're not coming to learn, they're coming to debate. And if you are running a business, if you have a YouTube channel, technically that is a business. And so when you are running your business, or if you are growing your ministry, you do not have an infinite amount of time. We all get 24 hours in the day. And the Bible is very clear. The Bible says, teach me to number my days so that I may apply my heart to wisdom. And so sometimes you got to ask yourself, is this the wisest use of my time if I'm trying to grow my ministry, to sit here going back and forth with a troll who's committed to misunderstanding me? You are not a thesaurus. You are not Webster's dictionary. You are not Google. I am not going back and forth with anybody, and I don't care how anybody feels about it. They are free to unsubscribe. That is their choice. I am clear that I am not called to everybody. I am so clear that I encourage people to unsubscribe if I am not the right fit. And so you may have a Bible-based channel, and then you will have someone who is an atheist that will say to you, this is so stupid. You're living in a fantasy. And then you want to go back and forth and argue. Baby, they a job for Jesus. I'm not arguing with you. I don't have no points to prove. I give zero. Let me watch my language. I give zero cares. I give zero cares. And so when you are pursuing excellence, when you are on the path where you are growing in the fruit of the Spirit, one of those fruits is discipline. And so it also means the discipline to ignore what's petty, the discipline to ignore what does not align with the direction that you're taking your life in. And when you are taking your life in the direction of the joy of the Lord, peace that surpasses all understanding, your purpose and your destiny, you don't have the luxury to be going back and forth with a fool. And so here's what the Bible says about fools, because I'm going to share some Bible verses with you, so that it's very clear as to why you never want to feed internet trolls. You don't want to help them eat off your name. That's your name. You don't want to help them eat off your name. And there is an exception. And so not in terms of helping them to eat off your name. There is an exception when you need to respond, right? And so that is if it is a legal situation. But even then, you need to have your day in court. Respond legally, not going back and forth on the internet with a troll. Do what you got to do to line your ducks up in a row legally if there has been a legal issue where you can take legal action. Then handle that legally. Absolutely. Have your day in court. You are allowed to do that, right? But you don't want to waste a lot of time when you are on a path with somebody who is trying to derail you and distract you and take you off your focus. So this is what Proverbs 22 verse 1 says before we get into the fools. So when a person is eating off your name, they're eating off of your hard work, but they're eating off of your hard work with the sole purpose of spitting in your face. So I want to give you an analogy to make this real plain in terms of internet trolls and haters. So imagine that you prepared a meal and you have a hater that comes to your house or internet troll to eat the meal. And they're eating the meal with hate in their heart towards you. They hate your guts. And they're coming into the home to eat your meal with the sole purpose of, after they chew the food, they're going to spit it in your face. This is their desire and this is what they do. Would you keep inviting them into your home, feeding them the food you buy with your money or you grow from your garden, for them to turn around and say, hey, come here, come real close to me, and spit it in your face, vomit in your face? Well, that is what we're doing spiritually when we are going back and forth, allowing someone to eat off of your name. Proverbs 22 verse 1 says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. So a good name is important. Your name is your reputation that is built upon your character, your morals, your righteousness, your integrity, your hard work, the work you're putting in. So if you are a fellow YouTuber, you have a podcast, and you are putting in the work to grow your community, you are focusing on a particular niche that you are called to within the marketplace, right? And you are building your good name, right? You have to remember that a good name is more important than great riches. So you are actually building your name by building your brand. So when you think of certain names, if I were to call out the name of someone in sports, someone in entertainment, someone who is a business leader, there are certain characteristics and adjectives that come to mind when you think of that name. So if I were to say Michael Jordan, you're immediately thinking basketball and a great basketball player. If I were to say, I'm not really so versed in sports, but you get the analogy. So whatever name that I would call that has to do with sports, where that person has excelled in a given area, right? There are going to be certain characteristics because they built their name in the direction of that chosen profession, that chosen thing that they're doing in terms of part of their purpose. And so when you are building your name online and you have somebody that wants to spit in your face in the spirit by destroying your name, why in the world would you help a troll or a hater eat off your name? Why are you helping them eat off your name? Now, again, let me be clear. We're not talking about legal issues when you need to go to court, when you need to get a lawyer. Do what you need to do legally if you're dealing with a legal issue. But there is a difference between a legal issue that you handle through lawyers and through the courts, and allowing someone to take up so much of your mental and emotional space that you're going back and forth with them in the comment section, that you're going back and forth with them responding to their videos. Now, you're not eating off my name. You could say all kind of things about how you hate me. I'm the worst person in the world. I'm not helping you eat off my name. I'm not responding to you. I'm not responding to you. Especially, I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't even know you. And so when you are clear about that, you will focus, because you have to remember that the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, according to John 10:10. But Christ comes so that we might have life and have life abundantly. And so when you are shining the light of Christ and you have a demon trying to come into your space to wreak havoc, why are you even paying attention to the point where you are engaging the demon? And so a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. And so when you have the obvious, evident, clear, abundant favor of God on your life, right? You're supposed to love that favor. And anything you love, you protect. And so you're supposed to love the favor of God on your life. You're supposed to love it more than silver and gold. And when you love something, you protect it. You protect your good name. And part of protecting your good name is I'm not stooping to your level to sit and go back and forth with you. Now, if you cross the line legally, I'll do what I have to do legally. But I am not going to help you gain attention and traction by eating off my name. Now, if you do that on your own, I have no control over that. But I'm not going to give you a helping hand in that matter. In fact, you're not even supposed to eat at the same table as me. Now, this is going to sound harsh. I'm going to show it to you in the scriptures. I am going to show it to you in the scriptures. And so this is very, very key. And so the scriptures let us know in Psalm 23, and most people are familiar with the 23rd Psalm. But I want to draw your attention to the 5th verse, which comes after the verse that talks about, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, right? That's the verse that comes right before that. But the 5th verse says, you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. In the presence. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So the table's for you, but it's in their presence. Baby, your haters are supposed to watch you eat. They're not invited to the table. It says, now these are not my words. Get mad if you want. I'm not going back and forth. You get mad and act stupid, you get deleted. My team will delete your comments. I'm not giving you my attention. Psalm 23, verse 5. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. And so when God is preparing a table before you, it is going to be in the presence of your enemies. But you're not invited to the table. Like, I'm not inviting you in my space by way of conversing with you about your foolery. So when you are in a situation where somebody is coming to you with hate, with just pure, unadulterated stupidity, you have a choice. You are not at the mercy of a complete stranger on the internet who you don't know from a can of paint, who contributes nothing of value to your life. Why are you going to argue with that individual? Is that God's plan for you? Is that the best use of your time? I think not. Now, here's what the Bible says about fools, because you are dealing with a fool. And it is important to know that you are dealing with a fool. And so this is why I don't explain myself to fools. Proverbs 18, verse 2. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 2 says, a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing their opinion. So the Bible is very clear. Fools don't want to understand you. So when someone is overwhelmed with absolute ignorance, and arrogance is a form of ignorance. Entitlement is a form of ignorance. So when someone is overwhelmed with ignorance, they don't want to understand. And so you will have people that do what is called sea lioning. You could look that term up, Google it. And so sea lioning is when somebody asks a seemingly innocent question in the comment section, but when you respond, there are 20 more questions, because the goal was never an answer to the question. The goal is to get you hemmed up in an unnecessary conversation to discredit you. You don't owe a complete stranger on the internet who you can clearly see is being divisive, is not coming in good faith regardless of what they say. You don't owe them the time of day. Doesn't matter how they feel about it. Doesn't matter if they're offended. And so it says, a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. Now, here is the other verse that is very quick to keep in mind also. And so it says, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, it says, fools despise wisdom. Now, imagine a person that despises wisdom. And so when you go back and forth with a fool and you are trying to explain yourself, they despise your wisdom. This is why you can never satisfy a troll. No matter what answer you give, it's a never-ending circular conversation rooted in nonsensical banter. You got time for that? Miss Macknell had time for that. You got time for that? If you are on a trajectory where you are moving your life forward in your goals, unlocking your gifts, doing the things that bring you joy, your time is very precious. Your time is very precious. So you want to be mindful of that. You want to be very mindful of that. And then Proverbs 18:7, I want to leave you with two more scriptures. And it says, a fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul. So when you're dealing with a fool, his mouth is his ruin. This is why they will say the most idiotic things. You ever notice that fools say the most idiotic things and swear they sound intelligent? You ever notice that fools will come for somebody who is not bothering them? You go to work, you mind your business, you're doing the job that pays you, but you're going to have a fool trying to upset your day. See, because their mouth is their ruin. Their mouth ruins their reputation. Everybody know they a gossip. Their mouth ruins their character. People don't really want to associate with them because they're always creating drama, division, and just wickedness and mayhem wherever they go. See, a fool's mouth is their ruin, and their lips are a snare to their soul. A snare is a trap. They can't even help themselves. Their lips are a snare to their soul. That's why they always have to say something slick. Everybody having a good time. You have a community that's positive. The fool can't help himself. But you are not a fool. You have to determine that you are not a fool. See, you can help yourself because you are growing in the fruit of the Spirit. And when you are growing in the fruit of the Spirit, one of the fruits that you're growing in is discipline. You don't got to respond. You don't got to respond. Now, let me leave you one last one. I know I said this was the last one, but this is key. Proverbs 14:7-9. Proverbs 14:7-9 says, leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge. So you're supposed to leave the presence of the fool. So when you have somebody being a fool in your comments, don't give them your presence by going back and forth with them. In your comment section, leave their presence by deleting the foolery. So it says, leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way. So you're prudent. You're supposed to discern your way. The wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way, but the folly of fools is deceiving fools. The folly of fools is deceiving. So fools deceive themselves into believing they're right. Fools mock at the guilt offering, but the upright enjoy acceptance. So I'm going to leave you with those scriptures and really begin to ask yourself, particularly for those of you who may struggle with the discipline to not respond to every stupid thing that a complete stranger says to you on the internet. And when you are clear about that, that's what your delete button is for. Right? If this is a family member or somebody you know personally, you have the option to unfriend. They got to handle it regardless of who don't like it. You have the option to unfollow. You have the option to block. You don't have to entertain them in your space. And so never, ever, ever in closing, help a troll or a stone cold bona fide hater eat off your name. You're supposed to eat off your name. Why are you going to help somebody who got hate in their heart for you? And it's not just hate in terms of a thought. It is activated hate by way of their actions. Why are you going to help them eat off your name? Now, the Bible is clear. So let me be very clear that if your enemy is hungry, feed him. And if your enemy is thirsty, right? So that is talking about somebody in dire need. So you might have someone at your job who you know didn't do you right, and maybe they're choking. and you have a bottle of water on your desk, hand them the water. Hand them the water. Absolutely. But don't hand them the business that you're building. Don't hand them the ministry that God has anointed, appointed, and ordained you to move forward in. Why would you hand that to someone who's operating in demonic energy? So yes, you can feed them. Somebody is starving. You got a half a sandwich. Listen, do what the Bible says to do. But be very clear that you are not allowing internet trolls to eat off your good name. Right? This is what Romans 12:20 says. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. But look what it says. In doing so, you will reap. In doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. That's what the scriptures say. That's not me. Romans 12:20. Romans chapter 12, verse 20. So absolutely, be a decent human being. But being a decent human being, being a God-centered human being, does not mean allowing somebody to treat you like you were their psychological toilet bowl. You are not a toilet bowl. You are not a doormat. You are not a trash can. You are a child of the Most High God. Remember that in your dealings. So with that being said, a couple of things I want to share with you. If you're not a member of the Wednesday Wellness Club, you're missing out. The Wednesday Wellness Club is a therapeutic group that meets the first and third Wednesday of every month. We focus on mental self-care, emotional self-care, and workplace well-being through a biblical lens. First and third Wednesday of the month, we meet by telephone conference call, and it's interactive. So you're not just hearing from me, but you have an opportunity to share your experiences and hear from some of the other members. It's interactive, and you can read the comments and see. If you are a member of the Wednesday Wellness Club, drop a comment. Let people know how the Wednesday Wellness Club is helping you, what you get out of the Wednesday Wellness Club, because it definitely will be a blessing to you. So if you're interested, you'll see a join button on every video. You'll see a link in the description box. When you click on the link of the join button, it'll take you to my channel membership. You'll see that there are different tiers of membership. You want to make sure to join at the Wellness Club tier, because that's going to be the tier to give you access to the Wednesday Wellness calls. Some people join the introductory tier and then they wonder why they're not able to access the Wednesday Wellness Club, because you have to join at that tier, the wellness tier, to access the wellness calls. So make sure you're reading through the information so that you're joining at the correct tier. I also want to let you know we have a workshop coming up. So the workshop for the self-love workshop happening this Saturday, February 15th. The tickets are sold. No more slots are available. So some of you have reached out to us asking, can you get a ticket? Unfortunately, registration is closed for that workshop, but perhaps we will offer it again sometime down the road. That's the self-love workshop, how to give yourself the love you never got as a child. So no more registration for that workshop. But the next workshop, which is coming up March 29th, the last Saturday in March, is Discernment 101, how to sharpen your sixth sense so that you can see beyond the social veneer that people present. So you can sharpen that sixth sense for maximum effectiveness and insight. Workbook comes with that workshop as well. So it'll be on Zoom. So this means wherever you live in the world, whether you are in Singapore, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in Finland, Australia, London, UK, USA, we are not bound by location. It's a ticketed event. You'll see the link in the video description box for those who are interested. When you click on the link, it'll take you to the Eventbrite registration page so you can read through the event to see if it's something where you would like to get a ticket and attend. And you'll see all the information necessary for you to make a decision if this is an event that you want to come to. And again, it is a ticketed event, so I would encourage you to purchase your tickets early. They are already starting to go. So with that being said, have an amazing day. If you're dealing with haters, get the book Rise Above the Haters. That is going to help you immensely. and it will help you cultivate and activate what I call your hater-proof powers, your ability to not let haters keep you down, and if they brought you down, to not let them keep you down. Last but not least, we start our soul fast on Wednesday, March 5th. Wednesday, March 5th, we start our soul fast. The soul fast video is linked to this video so that you can learn more about the soul fast for those who are interested in doing the 40-day soul fast with us beginning March 5th, which is the first day of Lent for those who are interested. So with that being said, God bless. Let's do our best to be kind to one another. There's so much unkindness, but let's also be aware. Take care.